The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders and GMS who rule well. And salutations to the elect across the four corners of this world, this earth, pushing this word of sincerity and truth. Got the brother Yaquab right over here.
Shalom.
Brother Sha'ar, which is me, And just want to do a quick little lesson just on the importance of the name. Because this time we're entering into, as we're entering into this paradigm shift, that's going to be our defense. It's also going to be our weapon too. And it's going to be our shield, our strength, all the above. And that's something we're going to have to know and call on. Yeah, Nate, the name. Something we're going to have to call on to this day of trouble that we enter into. Being afflicted, whatever it is. That's our ultimate defense. But I'm going to reread this verse really quick. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. So that pretty much speaks for itself, with the name of the Lord being a strong tower. And like a storm shelter, for example, when you got a 9.0 earthquake or a hurricane or tsunami or whatever, you run into that storm shelter so you're safe. So you're not going to be hurt from the storm. That storm, from this storm that's going to hit, that storm shelter is Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Because when you call on that name, he's going to listen to you. And he's going to answer it. And he's going to show you that he's listening to you, Lord willing, if we're one of those men. But that's the greatest defense you can have in the wicked world, is know the name of your power. We take pride in that name. Take refuge with that. It's comforting. It's comfort to know the name of the person who created everything. You got a precept you want to bring out, Yaquab?
Con. This is Romans 10, chapter 10, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. How then shall they call on him in who they have not believed? So, for people that don't believe in the name, for example, when the Most High comes back and you call on Christ or God,
Yo play yogurt.
or Yo play yogurt.
Like that food lemur.
The Lord's not going to listen to that, because that's not his name. Knowing the name is important.
That's right, brother. We ain't going to call on his name. Everybody else's name is important except for his. Let's say, for example, your name was Mike. And they be like, Jim. Hey, Jim. Mike gonna look at you like you crazy. You like, what the fuck you calling me Jim for? My name Mike, bruh. The Lord ain't gonna look at it like that, man.
And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? If you're going around, like Sha'ar said, if you're going around calling him Yo played yogurt, it's like you haven't known the Lord, because if you knew the Lord, you would know his name.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I've not heard. Oh, go ahead. You want to say something?
No, I was just going to say, also too, if you can restart at the top verse really quick.
Yeah, come on.
Because a lot of people will read this, and they're going to feel like he's talking to everybody,
Come on. Romans chapter 10, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
So, whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Now, a lot of people will hear that, and they'll be like, that means for everybody as long as you hear the name. But one, you got to think of it as, who is Paul talking to right now? He's talking to the Israelite foreigners, the ones who didn't know they were Israelites. And also, two, he's professing the name Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. You don't got these other nations calling that name out. They're calling out Jesus or Yahweh or Christ or whatever, man. And once you do tell them that name, they're going to look at you like you're crazy. So at the end of the day, it fits for itself. These people ain't going to understand this name. That's only given to the elect of Israel. I just wanted to go into that really quick, bro, but I know you're just going to continue on that verse.
How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? Go ahead.
Yeah. Did you want to break it down?
No, I was just gonna say that was.
So how you gonna hear it? You can say whatever you want, but how you gonna hear it without somebody teaching it to you first and foremost? And that's the importance of having an elder over. You just ain't gonna learn this by yourself. If the spirit might have been on the brother, just know it right off the muscle, but I know most of the brothers in the truth. I can account for myself. I didn't know the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai until I heard the elders break it down and do a video on it and thoroughly explain, and it made sense. It made perfect sense. And we gonna definitely take hold of that name. That's the most important name. That's the most important name, and it should be in your life if you're one of these men. You know? Did you have a little more to that, Doc?
No, that was it on that one.
Okay, con. I got a precept I want to go to really quick. It's in the book of Psalms, chapter 124, and actually the elders brought this scripture out in the video I did about the name, and it really stood out to me. Like, it really stood out. But Psalms chapter 124, verse 8. And I'm going to wait till my phone clears up just a little bit, you know. Here we go. All right. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. So your help ain't gonna be in Zeus. You can't call on Ma'at. You can't call on Helios, Apollo, whoever it is, man. Like it goes into Baruch the 6th chapter, man. These idols ain't gonna save you. Jay can have all these idols in them houses, them crosses, them stones, Mary, or whatever it is. At the end of the day, man, that stuff's gonna gather up dust. That's not gonna help you out in a time of affliction. Because when this fire hits, you're going to sit in front of that stone image, or that graven image, and they're going to melt and burn. It's meaningless. It has no power in it. They carry no vibration. The name of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, carries a strong vibration. Carries a strong vibration in it when you carry it. Not when you carry it, but when you call on it. You know, you can call on Jesus or whatever, but that's not a strong vibration. It's stronger when you actually go into the Lashawan Kodash, because that's his actual name. I'm going to reread that again. Our help is in the name of the Lord. So like we read in Proverbs, which is a strong tower, that's a help as well, because a strong tower is going to help you out in the time of need where you got a bunch of stuff hidden. It's going to keep you safe. That's like the Lord. When you believe on it and you call on it, that's going to be your help. You know? Did you have something you wanted to bring up, Ak?
Yeah, I got one.
Come on.
This is Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 9. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, and they may call upon that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. So that's why we call him in the Lam Kodash, or call his name in the Lam Kodash, the holy tongue. Lashawan Kodash. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you know, in the Hebrew, because the Hebrew has power. If you call him by something else, it's like he was saying, you know, if you call him Jim, it's not going to hearken to your words, you know, because different names mean different things, have different concepts, ideologies, and all that stuff.
That's right, brother. That's right. Was there a little more to that?
No, that's all. That's it on that one.
Okay, Khan. And also too. Oh, not even just also. I'm gonna bring up another one. And I do want to close it out on one that the brother Yashawamba brought up in class, which was a beautiful scripture. You know, just going into what we gonna be doing and the name we gonna be calling on, man. But first, I wanted to go to the book of John, chapter 16. Actually, chapter 17, Salakia, verse 6. Okay. All right, it's John chapter 17, verse 6, as it's written. I have manifested my name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Lord, when we are those men, he manifests his name unto us, because we were in the world at a point in time. We were being niggas. We was fucking other men's girlfriends. Excuse my language. We was smoking weed. We was the dirtiest of the dirtiest. We was filthy. But the Lord harped onto us, and we danced. You know? He manifested his name unto the men that thou gavest him out the world. And really, I mean, we were those men back then. You know, Lord, wasn't we the elect, but still, a lot of us was those men back then. And he gave us a name. That's why we have it right now. But it says, thine they were, and thou gavest them me. So the Lord gave us the Spirit. He gave us the Word through the Spirit to be able to prophesy what's going on and be able to teach. Of course, starting off with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, trickling on down through the apostles and elders and on to us, so we can continue doing it and calling on that name, which is our help, you know. and they have kept thy word. And that's what we're doing right now. We telling you the truth, nothing but the truth. Whether you want to take it, whether you don't want to receive it, it's the truth at the end of the day. Some people don't want to understand that back in the ancient world, a marital age for a woman was 12 to 13. But that's in the word. And we keeping this word to the fullest, to the best of our ability. And if we going off, somebody gonna rebuke us for it. You know, but that's the truth about it. And that's love at the end of the day. And how do you love? By following the commandments. Keeping thy word as it was written. You know? Who else is calling on the name Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? Nobody. The Lord deals with a small sanctuary. He's not dealing with people calling on Jesus, T.D. Jakes, Joe Osteen, Creflo Dollar, so forth, whoever else. They're not calling on the name. They're going off. You know? You got anything else, Art?
I just wanted to say something real quick. You know, like King David, for example, he always called on the name of the Lord every time he would either pray or do something. You know, it's all over Kings. You know, he called the name of the Lord, or he cursed the name of the Lord. That's why the elders always say that it's important to know the name, and that's why they always talking about these other camps who say, oh, they call him God or Christ or whatever else they call him. But for the elect who actually stand up to make his name known, well, we know that they're the elect because the scripture says that that's what they would do. I just want to bring this out. Psalms 94 and 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? And pretty much I brought this out because those who, for the elect that are standing up for his name, they're the ones standing up for the Most High. And showing you that these other camps, that they're going off for not proclaiming his name, because it's everywhere in the scriptures. You know, the name of the Lord. He even tells you in what is that, Exodus? He tells you his name.
Yep,
They don't even know how to break that down good enough or at all. Period.
They teach you don't gotta go into the other languages, but I mean, damn, what was the languages the scriptures was written in?
Oh, they don't even go into.
They don't go into that. How are you gonna not understand the whole truth if you're not going into that? And they be like, is there a scripture that says you has to? Well, yeah, right. No, it's not. But at the same time, shouldn't you want to learn your language if you're calling yourself a Hebrew Israelite? And technically, you are supposed to go back to that anyway if you want to know your roots, your history. Y'all celebrate Easter. All this other stuff, y'all going around playing eggs. It says Easter. Y'all playing eggs and playing hide the egg and the Easter bunny and all that. No, man. You're showing your hypocrisy. And you know who I'm talking about. Clowns. The name Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is written in the Hebrew, is our help. Salaki, bro. I'm sorry. I know he's going to...
Oh, no. That was pretty much it. But I was just going to say, you know, Proverbs says to seek wisdom. You know, wisdom of the Lord. These scriptures, you know, and that includes everything, including the etymology of the words, the root words, history, all that stuff.
You mean to tell me y'all the only people that don't go into the history? At least you got people in the regular churches that'll go into the Greek and try to. They might break it down wrong, but they gonna try.
Yeah.
They know that it was written in Greek, in Hebrew. They going off, but still they don't. Y'all ain't even trying, but y'all Hebrew Israelites. And I didn't even want to make the lesson about y'all. Y'all peons. Y'all irrelevant, you know. I just on my spirit to bring that out, man. That name is important, man. And our people need to know that, man. Our people can't be taught that we don't got to call on that name. But all the scriptures we brought out shows that we need that name. Jesus ain't going to help you, because when you say Jesus, who comes into mind? That cracker. You know? Cesare Borgia. You know? But I didn't really want to make this too long. You know, just brothers, continue fighting, Lord willing. Continue calling on the name. Continue praying for one another. I'm praying for y'all as y'all. Hopefully, Lord willing, y'all pray for me too. That goes with all of us, man. That day is coming. All praise Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to Apostle GMS. Salutations to the elect. Shalom.